this is probably going to piss some people off, but we have got to start judging books and their adaptations separately. From a very practical sense, when you're reading a book versus watching a show or a movie, you know that with a book, there's been a limited amount of creative hands involved in it. And when you put it in that bigger space, you're expanding the skills and the talents and the ability to tell a story in a different way. You're adding the physicality, you're adding pauses in the experience that you might not read. You're adding in eye shifting, you're adding in the built-in tension and the ability to see how closely these characters are spaced, what it looks like for them to actually embody the emotional experience of being in this role. But when you take something out of the book, you're also allowing for the perspective shift, as well as adding space to see more of the emotional layers that are happening underneath. So specifically with The Summer I Turned Pretty, I know everybody has gone over the fact that Belly has the internal dialogue that we're not seeing when we're on the beach. Even with that internal dialogue, we're still only limited to Belly's ability to understand her own emotional experience. We're limited by her therapy tools in a way, and we're also probably not thinking critically when we read it. But the beauty of an adaptation is you can understand that element's there. What we were originally given in the text is a version of it, but there's so much expansion that comes with the way that a story gets to develop when you add a new medium, when you add all of these new things that you can play with. But as a viewer and somebody who's dived into emotional intelligence a little bit more, it expands how you see this scene. It takes you from the lens of just Belly's version and what she's able to conceptualize in that moment into the layers of things that maybe Belly hasn't realized are also kind of playing into this scene. So when we're watching an adaptation, it's important to remember that we are given more things to play with. We have the musicality, we have the artists that are bringing their version and their personal connection with this. There's always a different development of it, and that's the beauty of it, is we have to let it be the piece that it is in this moment to let it connect in the way that it did, because it allows it to grow. It allows the people who are here and now to have a different frame in it. It allows it to be work that lives on just past that initial moment. It's okay for the work to be different. It's okay to think about it critically and have the things that you really appreciated that you got to experience in the book that are maybe coming in a different way when you're watching it on your TV.